Starting to settle into a typical summertime pattern here, and that's the way it's going to stay as we head through the next several days. Plus, we're tracking our tropical system out in the Atlantic. More on that in just a little bit. But first, let's take a look at the bigger picture and the setup we're dealing with here as we head through the next several days, and still dealing with that upper high sitting out in the Gulf of Mexico, and that should keep us relatively dry as we head into Friday. And we'll watch this upper trough start to dig into the southeastern U.S. as we head into the weekend, so that could help increase our rain chances at least a little bit, but still not looking like a washout or anything like that. But it's this trough that's going to swing on in and essentially save the day here for us, as it's going to draw tropical storm Isaias to the north, essentially keeping it in between this upper trough and the Bermuda high sitting out in the Atlantic Ocean. So again, we're fairly certain that this is not going to enter the Gulf of Mexico or be a threat to us here in Acadiana. Certainly good news for us, but not necessarily the case for the folks along the eastern seaboard. Hardly a cloud in the sky across the Gulf of Mexico, so very much a welcoming sight compared to what we were dealing with earlier this week. And then out in the Caribbean Sea, it's all about tropical storm Isaias here just north of the Dominican Republic, and this really started to get its act together last night, which is why the Hurricane Center bumped it up to a tropical storm. Survived land interaction this afternoon, and now starting to enter some warmer waters here, and eventually heading off toward the Bahamas and the eastern seaboard. Now there's still some dry air out there and wind shear, so we're not expecting this to rapidly intensify or looking at a major hurricane to strike the U.S. or anything like that. Here's the very latest 10 o'clock advisory. Wind still at around 60 miles per hour and still moving at a pretty good clip to the northwest at around 18 miles per hour. Hurricane warnings now up for the Bahamas. Here's the newest track. Not much change here, taking it just off the eastern coast of Florida as a Category 1 hurricane as we head into the weekend, and then getting awfully close here to the Carolinas as we head earlier into next week. So tropical impacts likely for the eastern seaboard, but again, no threats to us here in Acadiana. And again, the Euro model here pretty much in good agreement with the National Hurricane Center track. Again, taking it toward the coast of Florida by this weekend and eventually recurving it out as a potential, again, Category 1 hurricane impacting the Carolinas early next week. But look at our weather, pretty much copy and paste here as we head through most of next week. Rain chances 10 to 20% with our high temperatures in the lower 90s each and every afternoon. So very August-like weather here as we head through the next several days. Quiet start tomorrow morning, low temperatures dropping into the mid-70s, and as we head through the course of tomorrow afternoon, very similar to what we saw out there today, a few passing clouds and maybe an isolated shower or two, but that's about it. Heading into tomorrow evening, again, we'll watch a weak frontal boundary try to move in from the north, and that could help to spark off at least a few showers and storms out there, mainly for northern Acadiana tomorrow evening. And then heading into Saturday, maybe a few coastal showers out there, and then through the course of the afternoon, about a 30 to 40% chance for scattered activity. But all in all, not looking like a washout for the weekend. Low temperatures tonight dropping into the mid-70s under fair skies, and as we head into your Friday, a nice way to end July, high temperatures in the lower 70s, and again, that 10% chance for very isolated activity in our afternoon. And rolling through the next 10 days, again, rain chances coming up a little bit as we head into the weekend, and as we head into next week, very August-like weather out there with our high temperatures sitting in the lower 90s and about a 10 to 20% chance for isolated activity in our afternoons.